Hey guys, John Eric again. We're going to go over how to fill out the security screw form. This is the front, the top of it. This is the bottom of it. So we're going to read this right here. First and foremost, securityscrewspecialist.com is the website. 8615 West Flamingo, that's our store up at Durango and Flamingo. Warranty information. This is important that you understand this and explain this to customers properly. All security screws installed by Security Screw Specialists or its affiliate partners, that's us, DMV Easy, are backed by our lifetime guarantee. If your license plates are ever stolen, we will replace them at our expense, and we will have DMV Made Easy, us, personally make the trip to the DMV to purchase them, again at our expense. Please let your friends, family, and co-workers know about us. We offer multiple car discounts, fleet discounts. Please like and comment on our Facebook page. Search for Security Screw Specialist or go to securityscrewspecialist.com. Las Vegas is the #1 city for license plate theft. It's important that people understand that they live in the city where the most plates get stolen. So what I like to say to people is something like this. Yeah, welcome to Las Vegas. We're #1 in gaming in the world. We're #1 in unemployment in America. And we're also #1 in license plate theft. So, on the top line here, registered owner of the car, their phone number, their email address. If there's somebody else coming with the car, get that contact person's name and phone number. Vehicle, year, make, model, and plate number. That's very important. And it might not be Nevada. You might meet somebody who's just passing through and they got Texas plates. Make sure you notate the state if it's not Nevada. Rear plate, yes or no. Of course, there's always going to be a rear. Number of screws, 2 or 4. That will vary. Front plate, yes or no. Number of screws, 2 or 4. These are all your screw sizes. You'll get a first-hand lesson in this, where you actually have the screws in your hand to feel them and touch them. Over here, how did you hear about us? Most of our security screw customers come because they're DMV Made Easy customers. Others come from these other places. So it could be somebody just driving by. They may have seen something on Facebook, Google. A cop may have told them, hey, go over here and get your security screws. DMV employees, we do free security screws for police and DMV employees. So we get lots of referrals there. There might be a referral from somebody else. Maybe somebody who was at our store at the 76 station came down. We have TV commercials running inside the DMV as well. Could be that. Most of them are going to be this. Make sure you check this though. Pricing is pretty simple. Set of 2 is $25, 4 is $40, so forth and so on. If they want polished and they're getting less than 4 screws, it's $10 extra. If they're getting more than 4 screws, it's $20 extra. Removal tool may be available. Ask your installer. Now this is a judgment call, guys. 17-year-old kid who looks like he's possibly a criminal. I hate to profile people, but the truth is, I don't want these tools getting out to just anybody, okay? That kind of eliminates the fact that they're secure if you give everyone or sell everyone a tool. So let's talk about the most important part, the payment section. The date the transaction happened, the time, the pay later date. The pay later date is very simple. A lot of people, they've spent all their money at the DMV or they've spent it on our service or whatever, but they show up broke for some reason. It's important that they have them. So I'm happy to go ahead and install them with an agreement that they'll come back and pay their 10 or 20 or 30 bucks, whatever it is, at a later date. That's completely fine. I do that because they cannot get those plates off that car until they come back to us anyway. So it's not like we're really risking anything by doing that. Now, I don't offer that to everybody, but somebody who's a nice customer or whatever, I don't want to see them come back in a month and say, man, I sure wish I would have got those screws. I got my plates stolen, because that happens a lot. We'll talk about how to sell them. Well, we have another video on how to sell them. So we'll talk about how to sell. Actually, we'll just do it right now. We'll talk about how to sell the bit. If somebody seems like they're pretty honest or whatever, and maybe they don't have a lot of money, you can sell them a bit for $15. You could actually wholesale it to them for as little as $7, because $7 is my cost. For a few customers, I do that for them, just because maybe they're moving out of state or they just don't feel right not having an ability to take their plate off for themselves. That's fine. So the number of screws goes right here, and then of course based on the number they put down we'll determine the cost. The number of bits, they may wind up with 2 bits. How come? They may have different size screws in their car, which requires 2 different bits. If we're offering them any discount for any reason, you put the code here. You'll learn from your trainer how to determine the code, and then the amount of discount will be a minus here, minus whatever the discount is. Check mark, check, cash, or credit card. If it's credit card, it's called Square. That's the name of our credit card provider. The last 4 of the credit card, the receipt number. We'll go over a video on how to use the credit card machine later, and that'll be in there. The date of the transaction, the time of the transaction. and if there was a tip. And then down here, the total paid goes here. So for example, if it was 20 bucks for screws, 15 for a bit, and a $5 tip, well, 20, 15, and 5 is 40 bucks. And then whoever installed the screws goes here, their initials. The rep who sold the screws goes here, and whoever the tip goes to goes here. That might be split between the rep and the installer. That's to be determined on a case-by-case thing. So that is how you fill out the security screw form. See you in the next video.